he did feature pretty prominently in the most recent lore update, so it does seem fitting to hop into the arena with him.
Sure, be my guest.
Burglar says if we lose, then we've lost trust with chat. We can't have that. Okay.
And yet you're the one who picked a character with no play.
I mean, early game Astral Move stuff's pretty good. I guess the early game Hexagram stuff is more varied. I'm good.
Yeah, I would usually be inclined to click Astral Moves too. I mean, there's only 2 of them that are available, right?
I have to ask, do you sit and figure out if you win the fight, or do you just go by vibes?
Sometimes I do, actually.
Yeah.
But
I think we definitely lose right now.
Do you?
Well.
So, does he have a turn 5 kill on you if you don't block anything?
So this deals 28. 28 plus 8, 36.
He's 25 in a cycle, so when he loops, he'll have 28 by the Fire Spirit Seal, and then he will kill you with 42 total damage on the rush. Yeah. Unless you block some of it. So your dotted around blocks 2. Yeah. That's enough to survive until second flank as long as you go first.
Yeah.
So you would have to eat a card.
And then the flank, though, is dealing... I should know how much damage this board does off the top of my head, but it's 13 plus 4, so I think it's still short.
So you're not even... Yeah.
So we gotta juice this up. That juices it up a little bit.
So now you're still short.
14.
Yeah, this is pretty worrisome.
I might be okay, because it's 14, 16, it's 20. That deals the 40 damage we need, right?
Oh, is it 20?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about the dotted around.
Yeah, alright. Well,
but again, you have to go first. So,
we gotta
okay, important note to overarching strategy on this. You want to be unbelievably stingy with your rolls for the first 4 rounds.
Yes, okay.
Because Uncharted Realm has a, I forget which hazard level unlocks this, but it has a very bizarre rule where you can actually spend a single card exchange to re-roll the Taoist Realm.
Oh, right. Yes.
This is broken. So I'm not gonna mince words here. So you want to do that.
Okay, that's crazy. Imagine if they made that.
Yeah.
Like
So you should expect to sit there and re-roll like 10 times or something until you see a perfect card that you want. And then again, you should expect to do this in round 15.
Okay. Works for me. Well, I think we've understood the assignment here. Let's go defeat Red Flame Beast.
You actually got one of the harder draws for round 1.
I was gonna say this seems like a pretty rough first round opponent.
It is. It's not too bad after specifically round 1, but round 1 it is not great.
I like the animation is quite. I remember them being oh, thank you. I remember them being little paper cutouts for the early life cycle of the game. Are we a Poison Pep star or are we a Starboy stan? Actually, I don't know. Is Poison good in this mode? It's probably pretty good. Isn't Musician kind of good against a lot of the bosses?
Because they can't. I mean, Musician is just always good against NPCs, even in a lobby that can't react to your cards.
Yeah.
It's like if you join a 1K lobby and you slap a predicament on your board, and no one's gonna do anything about that.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes it works in other lobbies too. You just put it on your board. The key though is then you take it off and roll it away.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that here. I mean, I don't know. I'm dead set in my ways, and I always pick Fulu on Yan Chen, but I know that's not the fashion anymore. course.
I'm happy to do.
You do
Really,
you.
we can throw back in various different ways here. Really seems fine. I like the idea of having a little bit of early game strength. All right, and then the choice. Okay.
The choice.
I assume I want a bunch of dotted arounds, but
I mean,
this is also. I mean, they all
so
seem good.
long run, taking the dotted around is, I guess it's just one exchange worse for you, and it sure does seem like it helps you now, given that you're playing a dotted around. I don't know, seems very reasonable to me.
Because the other option is we just get one cultivation? I don't know, is that even good?
I don't think I'd click that button because again, you're beating like fixed cultivation targets by the opponent, and you're non-Xian, and so you can't fail this task.
All right, I'm gonna draw some dotted arounds then. Easy, we just draw the max one.
Yeah.
That makes it seem like a good decision.
Well, it's because you have a hexagram from ZenHack. So
oh, right. I see. That makes sense. That's probably what happened. Okay, so my guess is we win. I don't know if that's true, but just kick everything with the shifting styles and find out. I can't remember. If you lose and then fight again, do you get all the destiny back, or do you still pay a fee?
So you get the most recent loss of destiny back. So if you were to lose 3 times and then win on the 4th attempt, you would only reclaim the 3rd attempt's destiny.
Gotcha. But this seems like it probably wins. We can eat 2 cards and find it out.
It's good to get practice dummy out of the way now.
Practice dummy ends up being so you can't fight the same guys again?
Not for a certain number of rounds at least. And practice dummy is pretty strong.
Getting revenge for the tutorial. So
what did the tutorial do to you?
So I know we've both completed at the very least, the last 2 chapters of the lore. And I know I have completed the other ones, but I don't really know what happened in them. So I'm mostly gleaning character relationships and events from the most recent 2 lore chapters, which I read primarily to answer your excellent question for my end of season write-up. But then, it kind of sold me. I'm kind of in now. I think I'm
down for the story.
I'm definitely gonna be reading it.
I gotta troll you with the philosopher's question here. If you did not glean what happened, did you really complete the chapter?
I guess I may have to read. I mean, the character that I feel like I know the most about the Xian universe is the Snake Demon from the most recent chapter, because he sure featured a lot in it. I was a big fan of him.
That was our only new character for this chapter.
I figured as much. I figured he probably had not featured before, and seems like will not feature again. I
mean, spoilers. She dies at the end. I would be surprised if she was back.
I'd be surprised too. I took this screenshot. I'm gonna put it in my Discord. I'll DM you directly as well. But chat can over to my Discord. Of their enter battle animation, because I just think it's incredible. The way they're posed is just I just think it's lovely. Instant big fan. Very, very sad to see their ultimate fate.
I'm not totally sure how I feel about the recent lore chapter, because I think we didn't see any real new characters on screen. We got rehashing of old info about Yanshen's bloodline and his quest for revenge. Nangang Shen, Tan Shiyan, Yanshen, Wuche, they've all featured a little more than some other characters in the cutscenes.
Wu-Zi seems to be around a lot.
Yeah, like kind of a weird amount, honestly. I think maybe the most interesting thing was actually seeing some scenes with Ji Fengli, the big bad. Just because we didn't really see him until the second to most recent chapter, where it was revealed he is our ultimate villain.
Yeah.
Ji Fengshen's brother.
So his initial.
And it was nice to get some insight into like his motives instead of just raw look at how powerful I am.
Yeah, he was portrayed a little sympathetically in this chapter, actually, after just being like a pretty severe end boss of the last one, which was definitely that last chapter from that last challenge from the second last story chapter was definitely the one that I struggled the most with. That one was.
I think for everyone, that is just a straight up. Not only is it difficult, even if you know the gimmick, but here's. Just without spoiling how to do the best puzzle in the entire story mode for chat, you think you know how Don Juan's mechanics work, and that puzzle will prove to you that actually you just completely do not understand one very fundamental mechanic of
it's such a hard puzzle that even if you just read the hint that I don't know if this is a quirk of the English translation, but the hints are literally just like, put these cards on your board in this order, and then like it's like, oh, okay, well, that's how you do that. I think if you gave people the hint for that one, they would still spend quite a while on it, actually getting the result that the hint sort of alludes to.
Oh, we know this for a fact. The day that chapter released, did you read the Discord? It was full of people saying, "I'm stupid. Please give me the answer."
Well, there you go, chat. You are not stupid if you could not do it. No one could.
Okay. Hey, don't say no one.
Okay, you still have to get...
Who do you think was given these answers in chat, Surreal?
Okay, chat. You may or may not be stupid, but you are not as smart as Titania. Alright. So we have a spirit pet in the ground. The tier 1 spirit pets are not particularly good. But it is...
So in Uncharted realm, you have a percentage chance to get the card that is a phase above you for this. So you might draw a level 2 spirit phase card, which then actually is 10% to redeem as level 3 spirit pet. Right. I don't know if that swings your decision, because the likelihood of that chain of events occurring is really, really low, but at least you have a much better than usual chance of getting the tier 2 version.
Well, the main thing that appeals to me from it is that it is 5 Destiny for a cultivation, which is... seems better than 10 Destiny.
Yeah, because, again, like I said up front, if you lose rounds, they're going to penalize you 10 Destiny on top of the normal loss. So probably only get to lose 1. You usually just want to spend Destiny at every chance you can get in this mode.
That makes sense. This seems like when
this guy sucks.
Very easily lose.
Hate this guy, because, if he high rolls, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just eat my hand. I don't think
definitely eat the spirit. Well, don't eat the minimum number of cards.
Yeah, so I have to eat 4.
Wait, is it 10? You'd have to eat 5.
Right, but we're taking Flames of Life, yeah. So it's +1 cult anyway. So I assume we're not...
Oh, right, Flames, yeah.
Yeah, I assume we're not staying low or anything like that. Junk. Get Turtle, Peglo. The window for Turtle has passed. And then... I've got a little bit of... Don't really have extra chi. Alright, let's not get high rolls.
眼前之物皆可燃尽。
Be nice, Mr. Lewis.
That's pretty nice. That is.
Yeah, but he's got the big 20 wop coming.
Sorry, I think even if he 20s us, which he pretty much did. Oh wait, we do lose. Okay.
Yep, you do.
And then he actually 20'd us.
It seems unlikely that you rematching that and just hoping for better RNG will result in a win. You will need to improve your board or choose to lose.
It does suck to lose after taking Flames of Life, but I assume we have to roll pretty well because that was a very favorable first outcome.
You would have to be extremely lucky to just run the same board back and win.
All right, let's just get out of here. Now you show up. Okay, this is where we spend some rolls. Definitely don't want to do this.
Nope, don't think so. Hey, that's a 5 thunders.
5 thunders seems like what we're after. I remember. I think I even did this in Luck Season a couple of times, being like, "Yep, this is the card I want. Click this button, then click this button, and just send it away." Let's not do that. Let's go confirm. All right. Now I have a chance for
I mean, it's
rubbish
not. Yeah. You're either going after a rubbish treasure or you're going +1 cultivation. This could possibly be tempting later.
You can.
Sure isn't at this tier.
So you can abuse Jade Vase, right? If you play it and lose, and
unbelievably hard. Yes.
Rematch and win, you're plus Destiny, right? That seems like a lot of work. I don't know if I'm willing to put that much work.
So actually, that's a bread and butter strat if you play this mode with the Don Juan characters.
Because you hit physique breakpoints.
Yes. What you want to do basically every round is jack your physique to the cap while losing. Then take all the physique cards out and play your best board and win on the rematch.
Right. Well, as tempting as doing something similar with Jade Vases, I think I'm just gonna get 1 cultivation.
And I gotta tell you, the best worlds to be living in of all the worlds is when you get Brocade Rat and you use that same abuse.
True. Aw. If only we got the Spirit Pet upgrades.
I certainly have. I have certainly done that.
NB. Alright. This is not the one that's all Carefree tunes, so unfortunately we still have to make a board. I don't know.
Can't you put Sparrows in 4 and just kick the last 2 cards back 1?
Can I put Sparrows in 4 like this? Yeah. We don't have the start point. I think that's fine. This probably works. Probably works, right?
Yeah.
Double illusion
It
tune
may require you to go first. I'm not sure.
That's alright. We only need to eat 1 card to go first. It's not too bad.
It's nice that we're not an elixirist. But it can be a little bit tricky to use all of the greediest strategies and be an elixir because you get exactly 15 rolls in this game mode, and the final lowest moment that you've been saving some rolls for is on round 15. So that means that you're often attempting to, with a bunch of residual cards you've saved in hand, just build a board from nothing all in 1 round with like 60 rolls. Is pretty normal for me. Right. And this can be hard to do when you're an elixirist, because if you actually want to eat the elixirs, then the number of cards you would have to save is bonkers.
Yeah, I see. Well, we have availed ourselves of that issue, so just pick a few and see how this goes. So you said you were disappointed with the most recent story mode because it didn't really move
I thought
much of the plot along.
Yeah, it didn't really tell us much that was new, besides showing us motives for Xifang.
Yeah.
Which that part was pretty neat.
Oh, that's not ideal.
No, it's not. This one seems like we could probably win it on a rematch, but...
So, what we need to do is find a way to get one more damage in. I wonder if...
I mean, an obvious thing to do is spend some rolls until you upgrade one of the cards, but maybe you can do it with what you already have.
The only thing I'm thinking is, like, if we did an attack on the Earth Tune turn, but it's a little awkward to do that. So, because then half the defense falls off, right? And then that way, that would make us one more damage. That's not trivial to do, especially now that since we're faster as well, using the star point's kind of tricky. We could, like, Flower Sentient. Oh, that's not ideal either. I think I have to spend some rolls.
That's not the worst outcome ever.
That doesn't really help. Okay.
That's a card that's worth saving.
Yeah, for sure. Because again, Chi denial, very good in this mode.
Yep, they sure can't change their board.
This is the board we ran previously, right? So now we just have a flank.
Yeah, but now it's 3 damage better, so
yep.
Should be good.
Just the status and fight again. This one. So we got a little bit more motive for. So Ji Fengli is the villain, the Ji Fengsheng's brother. Who I did appreciate getting to play with all the obscene demon cards for a round. That was kind of fun.
It was, yeah.
Were you playing way back in the game's kind of like early alpha or beta rather, when they did an event where one player was the demon and the other players were regular players? Yeah.
Yes, I was, and I remember that was relatively recently after I got into the game. I was watching some other streamer who got me into this. His name is Trinet.
Yes.
And he was enjoying himself so much queuing into this mode and trying to use a really clever counterplay to beat these demon cards. And he sure never did do that. not once. Not one single time did he queue into that event and not have the demon easily steamroll the lobby. And yet he was always disappointed if the demon was him, and he always acted like this was a fair fight. I don't know if he believed that or it was a show for his chat or what.
There was just enough stuff. Because you got firecrackers, which you could use to skip cards. And you got...
Yeah, there was enough
rabbits.
To give you hope.
Exactly. There was enough that it seemed like you could do it.
There was enough to give you hope if you sucked at math. If you did not suck at math, you quickly realized, oh, even if all this lines up perfectly, I'm gonna barely lose. Like, the demon cards are just too good.
And now, we get to play one mode where... We get to play one challenge where they're, That was a very easy one of the challenges, I think. You just have to not... give yourself
odd frequency, you're remembering the wrong event, because if you were the demon, the character you picked no longer mattered. You just were the demon. Your character choice was merely cosmetic, and if you weren't the demon, your character wasn't broken. You were fodder for the demon.
Yeah.
You were breakfast for the demon.
Because the long event, the Year of the Dragon event, also gave you firecrackers and stuff. It reused those cards, but it didn't have the... Or did that event have demons as well? That event might have had a demon, but Long was way better than Rabbit. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that event was 2 years late.
Yes. This was like the second iteration of that event. Yeah.
The original event, the Exorcism, was actually the first event they ever ran.
It was,
and
yes.
The thing that was funniest about that event was it was also the first time that cutscenes thing in Xian, which was really cool. We got to see the characters chatting, but only kind of, because back then they were literally Google translated with no oversight from the devs. None of them spoke English well enough to attempt even reviewing what Google Translate spat out. So the text was very funny, and the devs messed up too, because they accidentally spoiled the new character before they got to officially spoil him, if you recall.
Which was it was Muhu, right?
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger was not in the game yet. They hadn't spoiled him yet, and the event went live, and he was in the cutscene, and we're all going, who? And then the devs went, no, you didn't see that. And then they patched, in a few hours, they patched the event out of existence, and we got the event back a few days later after they announced Tiger.
That's funny. I didn't realize that I wasn't as tuned into the community at the time. I didn't realize that they accidentally spoiled Muhu. That's great. And when you say the first cutscenes, you mean the first, like, the way the chapter stories have two characters standing on the screen and the text is, like, scrolling up, yeah?
Yes.
Because I think because you might, if you started the game fairly recently, you might be confused because you might be thinking, what, the tutorials have those? They didn't. They did not have those when the game launched. It was literally just you beating up a practice dummy for a bunch of fights until they're like, okay, you know how to play the game now, get in on it. Because the tutorial now has proper cutscenes and stuff. But yeah, it's not shit with them. What's going to happen if I click this button, Titania?
That is a good question. So if you pick up the Jade Pendant, you will have to fight an unreasonably hard opponent.
Okay.
I would not advise doing it.
Okay.
And this opponent will also have the special buff that no matter what your or their cultivation total is, they will go first.
Okay. It seems like I'm not going to walk away with 10 Destiny if I pick up the Jade Pendant.
So there are 2 events that are like this that have you fight such an opponent, but they're both intended to be extremely hard opponents. Only one actually is, and it's this one. So don't dodge this. But the one with the ghost town and the painter lady, you want to fight that one. She's not actually tough.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna bounce. See you, Jade Pendant. Carefree Immortal. I know I don't even need to look at what I have to do here. I guess the only question is, do I want to break through before I start doing things so I can draw tier 3 cards next turn? I guess that's probably...
I mean, I assume we're going to beat this guy by just normal attacking him in the face a bunch, right?
Yes, we are. This is a pretty easy win.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
It's a very funny joke the first time, and then it's just a free win. So yeah, I'm just thinking if I want to...
Is our opponent on phase 3?
They're at 21, 55, so we will win as long as... Yeah.
No, they're not. They are a phase 2 opponent.
Yeah. So
yeah, the Carefree Immortal actually frequently does this where he doesn't break.
Nice. So if I just take all my cards off my board, this will get like 53 is not an odd break point or anything.
Yeah, so you're gonna 12 him 5 times and you'll get the first punch. Yeah, if you just pull everything off your board, you win. So it's just a choice of, do you want to break through and win, or do you want to not break through and win?
Because I'm considering just kicking these. I feel like the utility of this is worth giving up the extra hit, and then if I break through, I can draw a phase 3 card. I think I like that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I don't know why
Sounds good.
kept this card.
Yeah, if I were you, I would have gotten rid
I
of
would
the
have probably should have
treasures,
kicked that
so-
one, yeah, because I'm not going to use it. Alright.
What
This is
what
a
is
little
this here?
tempting.
When you say this, which? Oh,
Oh,
you're looking
I'm sorry.
at. Oh, are you trying to rat them? Is that what
I'm looking at Fortunes and Luck with visions of rat in my head, but I'm assuming I'm supposed to click Ultimate Hexagram base, given I have a
Are
fight
you?
is coming. I don't know, maybe I'm not.
Are you?
Should I click Fortunes
Is
and Luck?
that even like a good? I don't know. I'm like tempted by Meteor Quench, but
Meteor Quench. Wow. We just
You
trust that
don't- you
we'll
don't like
find the
it?
hexagrams.
I mean, we kind of do want the Flame Hex and the Heaven Hex regardless. I don't know. I'm no Xian player. Maybe you are supposed to take the base. Just know that you can't make you don't have
I don't have the
distance mechanics, so you're not going to be making a Polaris Hex.
No, we have to do it the honest way. I do have Meteor Quench. This is a Flames of Life damage increase.
Yeah, it is.
Just. And now we have plenty of HP in case he changes his pot somehow. We even get the first swing. This one.
Well, I mean, if you wind up going first, you still get the first swing. It's just an extra 3.
I think this one, when you're very new, if you don't see that this card is symmetrical, it can feel a bit unfair. Ooh, these are options. We can get a cultivation
Yeah, I
in
mean-
exchange.
It's almost always option 3 for this choice, though, right?
I'm assuming the exchanges are quite valuable. Formation Master. This NPC. I object that they get to do this. It's not fair that they're allowed to play all of them.
It's not, but you probably fought him on like maybe the single best round that you could have. He has a lot of not terribly consequential cards on his board.
All that said, I don't have the most confidence in our board right now. It's a little too early.
Is there a way to get this Miasma Fulu on the table?
For sure. Manage that pretty probably. We are faster. Board still looks a bit underwhelming.
It does.
Might be time to spend a couple of orders.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we can queue it up. We don't
This
have
is
to
where it
commit
bites us
anything.
that we didn't eat the treasures. Does it ever do better to play the white snake instead of the roost?
Instead of the rooster.
The white snake is 8 damage for itself plus 40% of the card after it.
Which is an extra 6 or 8. Depending if they're only 6, I think. 14. I think it's worse, but it doesn't cost cheap.
Oh, yeah,
We still
okay.
can't
Wait,
make much use of that.
no, that seems good, though. You could, because then you can use the chi for the rooster later, right? Oh, no, you can't, because you were getting that last chi from shifting stars in that slot.
Yeah, the order of our board is pretty rough. We could do this. Which then I think gets even more value out of the white snake. Probably the most damage our board can do. We'll try it. I don't know if we have that much time, but we'll give it a swing. We're faster, right? Yeah. Alright.
I mean, this is not when we're gonna sit here counting the damage.
Oh, certainly not. I am not going to count by the formation effects.
This is also like I don't know, nice to have Meteor Quench for these sorts of rounds.
That's true. preparation for his breakthrough on round 8, phase 5. That is very ambitious. Looks like her damage is not that good. Nice. I guess these are quite useless. Right.
Yeah, if you fight him in later rounds, it can be a little bit. He will echo Anthem.
Do we?
Okay.
Okay.
I think you should always be fighting your boss in this, because you want to know which boss you're up against. All of the bosses have 2 fixed boards, and you want to know this early what those boss boards are going to be.
So this is just for chat. So this fight gives you a weaker version of what the end boss is going to be.
It gives you a substantially powered down version of your end boss, and then if you happen to know the correspondence with what the full strength version of the end boss looks like, then yes, you just know what your end boards you're fighting will be, and you can start attacking.
I didn't know.
Furthermore, if you beat the powered down version of the boss, you get to draw an additional card over what you would have done if you leave and fight something else here.
That seems pretty good. Alright, well, let's see what we're up against. Inspiration Sword.
Okay, this one's not too bad. I mean, he's gonna do sword intent stuff. It's not what it looks like based on this powered down list. I actually think this guy is one of the rolls for 7, but he's one of the easier rolls for round 15.
He's one of the harder ones for this round, but easier at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's gonna crush me.
So he's gonna, in the late rounds, he's gonna get you with some sword intent into the flashing version where he changes up his board. He's gonna slow down the kill in order to play an ice guard.
Okay. So we'll have to do it. That's okay, we're pretty good against ice guard.
Yeah, it's not the most worrying sequence of things.
It seems like if I want to beat this guy, I'm gonna have to commit quite a few rolls. So this looks pretty tough to crack. These turns of 13 damage, 13 defense.
Yeah, not great. And I mean, the rock is not insignificant either.
Yeah. Nor the
It's
spirit
kind of
sword.
ridiculous that, yeah, he gets as much damage as he does off that Spiritage sword.
Nerf it again. Nerf it back down. Sharp says take his chi. Does have 5 of it? 1, 2, 3, 4. He only spends 4. I don't know that I'm gonna get to point him too effectively. I guess if I could point on 2, I could deny the sword intent.
Well, he would still get the sword intent
Of
half
course.
value.
He'd still,
He'd
He'd
still hit you one time with the rock.
Seems not really worth it. I don't think. So I kind of want to roll on 4. Obviously, there's lots of good cards on 4, and I feel like burning a bunch of rolls here is very often going to put me in a spot where I lose this fight, and then I lose every other fight because I've spent rolls on tier 3.
See, this is where it works in your favor to be playing Don Juan. You can't lose these fights with Don Juan, and the reason why you can't lose these fights is that you can fodder yourself to the boss here one time, and then after doing that, you will have enough physique to break through on the rematch, and then you can roll your cards at 4 and come out with a full phase 4 board against them. It's totally unfair.
Unlucky that Yanchen has no physique. I'm supposed to be +3. I'm just looking at this cutting weeds in my hand. So it's like slightly less damage to combine these, right? Because I lose 4 damage on this and only gain 3 there, so not much to be gained. Yeah, eat this card because I'm still looking at it. We're eating our hand next turn, so we'll just go first for the best bet. Lose it, and then do a big roll down.
Yeah, okay. Even if you lose, I still think it's worthwhile to fight the boss on round 7. Because
Yeah, fair enough.
You want to know what you're up against. And Pogolo has the Mad Lad line for you.
Just break through now.
Yeah, break through now, just rip a Thunder Trib and rebuild a new board.
I like this little NPC. What do I like a little? This is actually a win, apparently. Okay, I guess get destroyed, Inspiration Sword, Devil. And we draw a card for that.
Uh-huh. I told you you would.
You did. You were telling the truth. Should I break through before I click this button?
It doesn't matter, because if you look at you'll look at the choice and you can minimize the choice and go back to breaking through.
Oh, I see. Okay. I can choose to draw some junk in exchange for exchange cards. This feels...
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter on this event if you break through first.
Yeah,
or not.
I'm gonna draw garbage.
Yeah. Let's maybe get that exchange.
Yeah. I guess I've got enough cultivation bonuses. Slow time. Practice Dummy's back.
Practice Dummy is back.
It's a little bit more formidable. Alright, let's get some junk and breakthrough. I'm just going to combine these, give up 1 damage to keep another card in my hand. How much do we like Meteor Quench? A lot? Seems pretty good. We can go -2 physique cap. A thing I hate seeing on Solid Foundation when I'm not doing Xian. I feel like
yeah, -2 physique just isn't really where you want to be, is it?
It doesn't even give you -2 physique. It doesn't even pop up anywhere. It's just so confusing.
Yeah, I mean, Meteor Quench seems pretty reasonable to me.
I think so too. These seem very good. Well, I guess it's time to start trying to build a board. Let's roll some junk. We did upgrade. We did actually hit 2 kind of nice upgrades.
FYI, the board that you have currently does not work because you eat your hexagram on the cutting weeds. So
that is a good point.
You'd have to trade the flank and the cutting weeds, and then it functions. I mean, I doubt that the board is going to remain like that through this turn. I think you're probably about to spend some of your rolls.
I think so.
I wanted to point out.
No, I do appreciate it. It's certainly the kind of thing I can easily mess up. Alright, let's spend a few more rolls. Sad hexagram, but an okay one. This is a thunder card. What is particularly miserable on this board?
Why do we care that it's a thunder card?
Well, because we might not draw 5 thunders, I've seen.
We're scared on missing on 5 thunders.
Yeah, I'm concerned we might not draw 5 thunders. Alright, I'm just gonna roll this one then, I think. That's a solid card.
That's a good find.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Like that one.
I kind of have half a mind to roll the Gen Hex, because if we draw Thunder and Lightning, then Hex powers it.
Sure, that makes sense.
And
that makes sense.
4 damage is pretty mediocre.
And I mean, we know that we want to be on Flame Hex.
Exactly. I actually kind of want to use this weaken on this as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But then that screws me there.
Are we gonna get this Formicide in?
It's not very good right now, is it?
No, it's not. It's a downgrade over Miasma Fulu, but it isn't that much of a downgrade, and it lets you roll the Miasma.
That is true.
I mean, you could also roll the point if you wanted.
I think I'm gonna roll the point. I think I want to try to find something a little bit more appealing. Escape Plan is a card that even in like the rank mode, I always have trouble with. Because sometimes it's just exactly the card you need, but unless you're Wutzer, a lot of the time it feels kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna make the guard up for you.
Yeah, I kind of like strike twice. Escape Plan doesn't do anything against the boss that we know we're fighting, right? He doesn't have Flying Fang Sword on his board or something.
I don't believe. I don't actually remember. I don't think he does, but I'm not certain of that claim.
Alright. We'll try to find something a little bit spicier. Weaken Fulu does the thing that I said I wanted, which is weaken on 4. 2, 3, 4. So that hits. And then the board is just kind of junkers after that.
Sure is.
Thunder Rhythm Hex. Box out on the side.
It looks really bad.
Alright, let's keep rolling.
Okay, that's gotta be an improvement on dotted, right?
The problem with that is, I'm using the cheat from dotted.
I guess we are.
We could use it as a... like, something like this.
If you do something like that, then you probably want to get the flaw in front of the Starry Moon.
Yeah. Which, once again, ends up being a bit difficult if I want to do this weekend business. Maybe I don't need it. 2, 3, 4.
18 damage that turn?
I do have double Meteor Quench. So it's...
Weaken is only saving you, what? Saves you 40% of 18? So like 7 damage or something?
I'm taking more than 18 this turn, right? It's 3 Sword Intent, 21, plus the...
Oh,
the
yeah,
6.
I added 3 to 4 and got 6. You're correct, it is.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay, well then Weaken is saving you 8 damage that turn.
I think this might be okay. It's not ideal, but that's a bit damage. I don't know, I'm down to battle with this. And if we lose, we'll spend some more rolls and make it stronger. I'm kind of just assuming that having an extra 25 HP or whatever from Meteor Quenches is gonna do some work here.
And it will.
We did get the swordy guy, Sleepy Bookworm. Hey Croto, hope you're doing well. Enjoying game whose name I can't remember, I'm sorry. Alright. Meteor Quench dealing extra damage, we even drew this. Ooh.
Kuroto, hi to you too. I am implicitly assuming that I am one of the 2 named awesome people. I think it could be Chad.
Well, it's not me and Yan-Chen, that's for sure. Stupid choice. Okay, this one is a very simple logic puzzle, right?
No.
Okay.
It just isn't.
Okay. So...
No, that's the one with the Yi and the green cloud. No,
yes,
this one
right.
is it tells you in the text. You eat a fruit, though it doesn't tell you what the consequences will be for each one.
Okay.
So there's 3 things we can trade off here. We can trade off our HP, our destiny, and our cultivation.
Okay.
So the usual correct choice almost always is the red fruit. which will cause you to gain HP and lose Destiny.
That seems pretty good.
Whereas the green one will cause you to gain Destiny and lose Cultivation. And the black one will cause you to gain Cultivation and lose HP.
Right, okay. I mean, red fruit just
So usually you want the red one. Yeah. The red one is the closest to free value that you're getting.
Especially since, like, having more HP really stacks very well with itself. You just get, like, that last fight where it's just like, oh, actually, this big burst of damage leaves me with, like, 60% HP left instead of 20%. Like, that just
we are doing our best at the Star Tiger cosplay here.
Alright, let's eat some red fruit. I like to imagine it's strawberries. Oh, there's a lot more Destiny than I expected. But also more HP than I expected, so I'm down. Alright, Nameless Painter.
Oh, don't get decrease attacked. That's pretty much the only way you lose this fight.
I'm taking notes. Don't get decreased attack. Yeah, that looks like a big pile of nonsense. I did draw Thunder and Lightning, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to improve this board dramatically with that.
Yeah. So the obvious sub out is something like this. In which case we lose this hexagon there.
Wait a minute. I think you got this wrong. I think you want Starry Moon in 3 and then White Snake and then Thunder and Lightning. Right? Isn't this the way?
The problem with this is that our flank no longer on a
flank
star
has
point.
no star point.
Yeah.
Flank could just go on slot 6 and it will still be under flaw even. You lose the fly, but maybe that's not the worst.
I mean, we can run a board like this. My bigger issue with this board is we miss a hexagram on the Thunder and Lightning.
Oh, you're right.
Pretty badly.
That means we don't have Chief of the Rooster, right?
Yeah. So it kind of feels like it's an either or for these. Unless, again, we want to try to find an upgrade, which I'm not going to feature an upgrade against the Nameless Painter. I do not. I do not respect this NPC.
Surreal only upgrades against opponents with names.
Exactly.
Oh, well, if you swap the Earth Hex to the Water Hex, you do have Chief of the Rooster.
Yeah. And then we can even run this. So then these are all on star points, which is fine, I think. And then we go weaken here too. I think I kind of like this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this looks good.
Alright, let's kick this card. I will go first against the Nameless Painter.
we
Probably
gotta pick one more.
Yeah, I think the Shifting Stars is the card I am least interested in.
Sounds right to me.
Alright, Nameless Painter. You can't roll attack down every time. Nameless. Wound is not ideal.
Yeah, wound sucks, but it sure doesn't suck like attack down.
Very cruel to put an NPC in that just has splashing, max splashing as their first card and then a bunch of garbage. Ow. Okay, Nameless Painter, you did your best. Doesn't seem too bothered about it, all things considered. Ooh, I like the look of that. Alright, let's do some choosing. Taoist the Treasure Sender. This is the guy that gives you, yes, it's right there, a talisman, right? If you can, beat him up.
Yeah. So if you beat him, you will get his treasure. You'll get a tier 4 treasure.
Tier treasures aren't great, right? They're pretty bad.
They're not wonderful, and furthermore, if the opponent that you fight, if you leave, will give you the usual benefit of 1 extra card exchange if you win. Kind of the baseline of all opponents in this mode.
How difficult is this fight? Chat is saying Moonlights is the weakest boss in the game. He plays random garbage treasures.
Well, I strongly disagree that the treasures guy is the weakest boss in the game. I actually think he's one of the tougher ones. But yeah, this fight is not free at all.
Would you recommend leaving then? Since we're not
I would be inclined to, yeah.
Okay.
I don't always leave on this, but I would be inclined to here.
Alright, I'm gonna upgrade this card. And then probably just gonna beat this guy up.
Yeah, just roll him with our ludicrous HP total.
Yeah, this does not look really impressive. Maybe I'll eat my words. I don't know. Ice Incantation. I probably under it a little bit. I like that
we can be phase 5 next round.
Yeah. And then hopefully we draw that 5 thunders. We already have tier 5 HP though, which is pretty fun.
We have more than tier 5 HP. I assume we're taking the Fury.
Yes, that is my plan. I like that they have Spiritage Incantation on their board, but no use for the Chi. It's just 4 defense.
Yeah.
As you do. I guess this boss is a bit too tough in the original. Alright, one exchange.
It's because they make slow transitions to their late game boards, and some of his later boards do play cheat cards.
Right, okay. So there's basically a version of most of these NPCs all the way through the game. Can you fight like the Fire Spirit and Training Dummy on like round 14 and stuff, or is there like a tier thing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I kind of assumed there'd be a thing where like you can't fight, like there's low level NPCs and then high level NPCs. The NPCs would be different, but guess not.
Sadly, this run, you haven't gotten to fight against the greatest meme NPC, the Breeder.
I seem to recall that one has a whole bunch of animal hexagram cards with no hexagrams.
It is a Heptastar board with animal names, yes.
Very cute. Very cute. I'm not going to interrogate that any further. We've got it. Sure, let's have a look. See.
Oh, you always talk here. It's strictly better. If you leave, the conversation ends. If you talk, you can tell him to go shove off in the next dialogue. So
cool.
There's no downside to talking.
I don't need to like break through anything first, right? It's not gonna.
It won't change your options. I mean, you're gonna get a black turtle for 15 destiny, and you're gonna eat it.
Cool. That puts me into very lethal range of destiny.
It does. Okay, usually I wouldn't think very hard about this, and I would snap off the turtle. But we're Xian, and so we go first for free in this game mode, and we just have lots of extra cards, so maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we keep the destiny in case we have to fight the sword formation guy, who is horrifying.
Will I be able to... Yeah, okay, so you only lose that 10 extra destiny if you flee, right? So we won't be able to flee anymore, because we'll take 20 something and then can't flee. But we can take 2 cracks at an enemy. I think, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. Shove off, turtle. Alright, the practice dummy is back again. They heard you talking shit in the early rounds and have decided to find an upgraded machine.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Luckily, Crown Sword never wins, so let's try to... I'm probably not playing this dotted around anymore. I'm probably not playing most of these cards.
Probably not.
I hate the start where you have a whole bunch of hexagrams that make 2 hexagrams, and they're all kind of like equally underwhelming, but as soon as you upgrade one, it's just by far the best one for you. That said, I think I'm gonna say goodbye to one of them. And I have Fury Thunder, so I probably don't need this one. I guess I could take this card. Nope. I kind of want to hold the upgraded Spirit Resolve Fulu because it's a pretty significant amount of cheat now. I guess I'll just kick all this crap that's not Spirit Resolve Fulu and go from there. We'll draw Fury Thunder. Probably just playing it with Thunder and Lightning for now, since it's kind of far from powering up 5 Thunders. That's
Sure.
fine.
I'm not the most concerned, given that we're gonna have 140 HP.
No Meteor Quench to contest the Fury Thunder, so we'll click that button.
Okay, maybe 140 was a little bit of an ambitious review.
Alright, let's try to find some improvements.
Yes, but again, remember that unlike in normal lobby, there would be no incentive to save rolls. But there is now,
Yes.
because they're around 15 Taoist for IMO.
Right. That is a good point.
So, I would that's a ways away, and you'll have far too many rolls for it anyway, so I would totally spend rolls here, just,
Yeah.
maybe don't spend all of the rolls here.
Fair enough. I'm gonna ditch this. White snakes were kind of living past. White snake. Just do Soul Caliber Requiem Fury. I mean, that's gonna be better than Spirit Resolve Fury most of the time. What we're using it for. Rock Omen. Alright. Now I'm just asking if I think we win this fight. It's pretty underwhelming, right? To 125. We should be fine, I think. I think I'm just gonna hold these cards. I guess I could play 5 Thunders instead of Golden Rooster Independence. 16 damage with upside.
Yeah, okay, that seems worth doing. Hey, we got the good hacks.
That's much better. Much better. Still think it's this.
Should the Fury Thunder be put in front of the 5 Thunder?
That is a good question. That's obviously where we want it.
But then you lose the...
Yeah, it gets a...
Then you, messes up the what's on what star points.
It gets a
Okay, yeah, maybe not.
bit complicated.
Maybe we just go back to how you had it then. You're certainly gonna roll this guy. You have double his health.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, let's hopefully beat this guy up.
想知道惹恼我的下场吗？
So, do you think that G Function's brother, is going to go through some sort of redemption arc? Or is he just going to be the villain? Because I feel like it could go either way.
I personally think after this latest chapter that he will be going through some kind of redemption. So his willingness to chat with Xian being portrayed a little sympathetically, also showing that like he's not in this to rule the world. He actually just wants to. I mean, his ultimate stated goal was just to like bring balance to the chi, and his own version of doing this required killing all of the cultivators.
Yeah, and
I imagine he could be convinced that there are other ways to achieve that time.
I don't know, it seems like a pretty foolproof plan. Don't really see any other way you could approach the problem.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So you're leaving here.
Yes, I don't want to turn all my cards into Divine Brushes.
Yes, if you touch the ink slab chat, the choice you are presented with is you can turn every card you have into the Divine Brush, or you are given a second option to leave after touching it, but that requires Destiny payment to leave.
It's very cool.
So just leave before you touch it, and you'll save yourself some Destiny.
It sounds so appealing. The Divine comes. Like, it just seems like it's gonna be like, oh boy, this is the big payoff.
The one you want is where the Divine actually comes. The old man in the Xian Palace is literally the Divine coming, and that one will do you quite a lot better.
And that is Mr. Xian.
Yes.
The
always has been. Not the old man playing Go. The old man who gives you He gives you a secret enchantment card that is 1 phase higher than your current tier. What a ridiculous event.
That's a pretty good event. I would like that one. This fight, it's not that bad because the Antho is not getting echoed. Right?
Yeah, if you fought him on 13, he would echo the Antho, but he doesn't here.
I see. Then I'm probably okay, I want to say.
Are we? Okay. I'm not
Not convinced.
I'm not certain of that claim, but it's possible.
The damage
I don't know who wins.
damage is really bad, and like 3 attack down is.
It's not that bad. You're gonna have 8 poison on you.
I got 127 HP. It's fine. It takes a while to get 8 poison on me.
It does, yes.
I think I'm gonna go to bat with this.
I mean, you still can throw quite a lot of rolls in this.
Yeah, but we can do that
It's
afterwards.
not like you need 26.
Don't need 26 for the end game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised at the chat because the chapter begins with like a farmer or something talking to Ji Fengli and being like, yeah, we tried to negotiate with some demons and they kind of screwed us, and he goes off and gives them something to help with that problem.
Yeah, he says, hey, pass along this threat to the demon boss. He'll do what you want when you threaten him with my name.
And then it gives him something to like grow flowers or grow herbs or something, so someone actually does some cultivating in the cultivation card game. Oh, those were a Dalrime and a draw. Ooh, 2 more max HP. Sounds good to me.
Let's do it. We haven't gotten any of the funny events, and we only have 1 more chance for one.
Yeah, I was a little underwhelmed by that one.
You need to be extremely cautious about eating cards.
Okay. Because we'll need to.
You did it last round, and I cringed.
Okay.
Because remember, you only have like 2 more draws left in this event. And
right.
so when you combine things and take upgrades and stuff, you'll be sad you ate enough. Like you have 31 rolls to cash out.
Yeah. I see.
So if you are inclined to eat a card to go first, instead consider rolling that card until it upgrades with something.
That's very sensible, of course, because when you said it like that, it makes way more sense to roll them. Because obviously the cards that I'm rolling for are just going to be hit forever, right? So it doesn't make sense to eat them instead of rolling them. Very, very sensible. That's a good one. Okay.
Fantastic one.
This 5 Thunders is starting to look a little bit better. Now we need the Heaven
What
Heads.
cultivation total is our opponent?
64, so we probably spend a few more rolls, yeah.
That or we just upgrade the form aside and call it a day. I would not have done that.
Yep.
That was a bad move because.
Yep.
Because you're probably not playing that card you just upgraded.
Yeah. I was like, this will be good upgraded, but I think you're right. All right. We're once again asking the 5 Thunders question. I really want to be doing this now, I think. So how can we make that happen? That's the obvious start. I'm stopping by. Okay. Get it. The chi situation is not trivial. I guess we can prop Omen for hexagrams.
Can't you play Starry Moon, Flame Hex, Thunder and Lightning? And
problem with this is then we're back down to 2 hexagrams. So if we do that, we lose the star point.
Right.
Which is the other sort of upshot. I mean, we could do something like this, but it's...
Okay, another version of this is to play Formicide, Flame Hex, Thunder and Lightning, then Thunder Rhythm, Starry Moon, Fury Thunder, 5 Thunders.
Something like this, I believe.
Yeah, you don't really have a last card for this, but...
Yeah, I'm just wondering if the...
I don't know. This is a little awkward until you get the Heaven Hacks.
Yeah, definitely. 2, 3, 4, 5, and dive is on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, this also puts the 5 Thunders under the dive. Probably can't do too much about that.
I mean, you have 24 rolls and some inconsequential cards.
I guess that
Don't
is...
roll the fly.
Yeah, I won't roll the fly.
Okay. Now, well, that's at least a good card just to fill in on the board. I
think that's fine. On a star point, second cycle. Yeah, this seems like might win.
Runs into dive. We don't care. Our numbers are better than his.
Yeah, I think this is good enough to cure it. I'm a little concerned, but I didn't expect the, well, I guess we were just talking about the cultivation in the cultivation card game. I guess this guy with the shovel, it makes sense that he'd be one of the tougher enemies for us. There was no real reason to tease with him, but it won't matter. We still only get up to 3 hexagrams. Since our
yeah, because our Thunder and Lightning doesn't.
That's alright.
Well, just win a flip.
Yeah, we'll just win a flip. Alright. Choice. I don't care very much about Extremely Suspicious.
It is an extra card you can roll.
You don't take 30
you can...
Destiny on a lost year?
I don't think you do now. You might have when this mode was implemented, where the Destiny scaling was kinder in earlier rounds and more punishing in late ones.
Right. We can get control. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Digger, didn't I just fight? Is this my final boss or something? Didn't I just fight you? Well, Digger's back for revenge.
Sides are worth holding on to, at least until you don't have anything else to roll.
You have to get up to... I'm probably not triple siding.
You're probably not, but you also...
Have an escape plan I can roll.
And the suspicious. And
yeah.
2 suspiciouses.
I think it's a good one against an enemy that is not this guy.
We have a full Polaris board.
Yeah, where is the Polaris? If only HHH were Polaris. Okay, that is a heaven hexagram. That makes life a lot easier.
We would have a very good setup now if we had a divine walk.
Yes.
We still have a good setup without a divine walk.
Yeah,
but...
this is fine. not too bummed. How close am I? 69. I guess I should keep these star power cards. So we get a Omen this round, is that right?
Omen will be next round.
Okay.
It's always around 15.
Oh, yeah.
In actual lobbies.
So we want to say some amount of rolls, but then this board still has a lot of upgrades.
Yeah, I think we've been sufficiently cautious about hanging on to having enough cards to roll. So we can afford to eat a couple here if you would like to go that route. Or well, I would start by combining sides.
Yeah. I think combine side, combine tiger. Cards of just
maybe? Yeah, sure, I guess.
We've got 2 hits. I think that'll probably cover us if we want to go into Polaris.
I doubt we do.
Yeah, I doubt we do too. Alright, that'll
We're probably just gonna kill people with hexagram stuff.
Yeah. It'd be nice if this also gave me a bunch of like star power and stuff, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I guess it'd be outrageous if a card gave you a bunch of star power and hexagrams.
Yeah, that would be pretty outrageous, wouldn't it?
Alright, well, Digger should have had 150 HP. Okay. So...
well, do you want to gamble on the Flame Hex, or do you think you could do better?
I feel like we can do better than Flame Hex. There's so many, like, Heaven Hex, Strike Twice.
If it were me, I would settle for this Flame Hex if I already had the third one in hand and it was lower.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
without that, it feels a little flimsy.
I think so. That's true. These are worse. Now, do we settle for a Strike Twice? I'm pretty... from a Divine Walk Fulu away from it.
I'm sorry, from what exactly?
From being able to, like, to be able to do, like...
You just want to Strike Twice side a Sword Intent board and watch it do nothing?
Yeah.
Is that your dream here?
Oh, you know, we can Strike Twice a Former side if we need extra damage. I guess it's probably overkill.
Seems a little out there to me, but I don't know.
I imagine this board is probably...
I'd be rolling past this batch of cards. But...
fair enough. Alright, well...
Those
are the
2/3
winners.
copies.
Yeah. Gonna go with the 5 Thunders.
Okay.
And then... hopefully get rewarded for that. Oh, we have a choice. What am I doing? No, we don't have a choice. The choice is to fight. Yeah, okay.
This is where you get the cool boss music if you have the music on, but you don't. It's less cool now that, as of a recent patch, we can just set it to our default music.
Yeah. It does take a little bit of the magic away, but I'm just but nonetheless, it's pretty it's all coming together.
Now you can trade the last 2 slots.
Yeah. Alright, this is looking just swell. I guess I'm not denying this guy. He's on the worst, but probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a turn 5. It is very slow.
It is, and like I said, he makes it slower.
Really?
The run back. Look, I told you early on round 7, this guy is one of the hard rolls, and on round 15, he's one of the easiest.
It seems like he shouldn't make his board slow. It seems pretty
slower to play Ice Guard or whatever defensive option.
I see. Aw. Alright, I'm just gonna start rolling away this star power stuff, because it's not gonna compete with this here, I don't think.
Hang on to the sides.
Yes.
But
yes.
yeah.
Oh well. It's 1 billion damage. Wow, turn 5, 1 billion damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. So he's just dead. I don't even need to roll anymore.
I mean, you might as well.
I know I might as well. But just
there is actually a reason to roll more here. You seem to have missed it, which is that you will get to use the destiny damage you inflict to count for your bloodline power before the rematch. So you could yeah.
I see.
If you win by enough, you'll draw 1.
23, hey? Yeah, we'll get that.
Anyway, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep rolling. Well, roll them away, then there appears Polaris.
Yep.
So good. We'll get this too if we need it, which we don't. Alright, let's beat him up and go to the next fight.
Yeah, no Divine Walk's a little sad. You could have a very nice full chase board here. But
and a bunch of 3 copies of fun cards, but so good.
It appears that Senpai was the winner. It was, who knew? It would have worked out correctly to take the Flame Hex instead.
Also, if we could have kept the Star Trail Divination and slot 1'd it to Brick Dragon Room. wouldn't really have achieved anything to do that, but you know, it's nice to have options. Alright, Inspiration Sword, Devil.
Oh, you got 2 cards off your bloodline.
Whoa! I got red error message. I don't know what red error message means. I did get 2 cards. Let me go.
Yep. Well, now you can play the full chase board.
Which is...
You would do Divine Walk, Form Aside, Fly into Flame Hex. Then Heaven Hex. Oh wait, this loses out on Fury Thunder, doesn't it? Yeah, never mind. No, there's.
That's alright.
I
We
was
should be
thinking
okay.
what I would do with Yao Ling here, but she doesn't get a Fury Thunder.
How much do we care about Ice Guard Elixir on 4?
So you have lined up a chase into chase.
Yeah. This is not gonna stick around.
You could start with, let's see, what's his his second card?
A cheaper fusion, Inspiration
I
Sword.
see.
He makes guard up on 4, and then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kills on 6. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The strike
6.
twice would be very funny here.
If only. How much sword intent does he actually have? If it goes up to 10, 24. So I guess it's lethal because of the Inspiration Sword, right? Because it's 125? 137?
Not 24. It's 9 with the 140 boost. The 140% boost is only what, 22?
Right, he doesn't have the full Tenchi.
Yes.
So in that case, we actually survive the Flying Shade Sword.
You do.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he kills us on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, unfortunately, our 7 doesn't really do very much.
What happens if you late side him?
We late side him
Seems like it would be pretty devastating.
around here. So we could do just fly hit and then like this. Where'd that fly go? Nice.
Okay. What if it's Divine Walk, Form Aside, Fly, Flame Hex, Heaven Hex, Side, Fury Thunder, 5 Thunders.
Divine Walk, form aside.
Fly, Flame Hex,
Fly Flame Hex.
Heaven Hex, Side, and then Fury Thunder, 5 Thunders. This side's his 3rd card.
That side is the Inspiration Sword, which does pretty significantly neuter his damage.
Yeah.
Gets to the
I'll say.
dome. That seems fine. That probably gets there. Let's kick. I mean, we have a bunch of things we can work with here as well if we need to. Do I get a chance to draw more cards if I lose?
If you lose but aren't out of Destiny, you will be prompted to choose draw 2 sect cards, draw 2 side job cards, or gain 4 exchanges.
Okay.
And obviously we will choose gain 4 exchanges.
Yes.
So don't eat your whole hand. Eat the minimum you need.
I was mostly hoping you would tell me I don't need to worry about what card I eat, but unfortunately I do. I guess Polaris probably goes.
That seems like it's not coming in, yeah.
Alright. Let's see if the side gets there.
皆可燃尽。
Well, it does have enough chi for 2 cycles as well. I think without help buffer. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
cannot imagine that he survives 2 cycles with this.
It's more that we do get through to play the Five Thunders again if we need it.
Ooh, that was a fancy 5-hit.
Yeah, I like that. Nice.
Yeah, you're victorious.
Alright, that was... I feel like we didn't get anything that was like super spicy. That felt like a pretty sort of baseline run.
Yeah, that was very bread and butter. We didn't get to do any of the really fun stuff. Or any of the crazy events.
Yeah, it felt kind of routine.